Well, good evening, everyone. We are delighted to welcome you to our Mission Possible team call. And if this is your first time, we don't come like this every single week, but in honor of Halloween, we are having a grand team time. So thank you, everybody, for being good sports and joining us this evening. And as we turn our attention to the topic, and before I introduce Deanne, who is going to lead us in our conversation tonight, I just want to remind everybody that we are the Mission Possible team, and this is our weekly call. And each week we come together, it is to remind us of our mission, which is to inspire healthy living around the world. And we do that, number one, by establishing a solid customer base of 24 Trio customers. And two, which we know equals a qualified business, and that really, a qualified business I saw today is the key that unlocks your income potential. You want to remember that. And then two, we reach the top commission level, which is the sales coordinator position. And the question I always like to ask people when I'm sharing the income plan, would you rather earn $39 on a Trio, or would you rather earn $76 on a Trio order? You do the math. So that's what we do. We're unified and we're simplifying everything we do. But tonight we want to focus on working our business through the holidays. And yes, even Halloween, you can work your business right through Halloween all the way through to the end of the year. So I'm delighted to welcome and introduce to you Senior Sales Coordinator Deanne Broderson, who's going to lead us in this conversation. Welcome, Deanne, and you guys look fabulous.
Yes, you do. This just proves we are just fun people at heart, aren't we?
Yeah.
And that's really the attitude that we want to carry through all of the holidays. Keep in mind that being healthy is fun. So wherever you go, wherever you show up at, be all there. As Sharon Rankin always says, you know, wherever you go, be there. And we can't accept every invitation. So carefully choose where you're going to go for all the various holidays, and wherever you go, be there, be happy to be there, and be healthy, because that's going to create conversation for you. So first of all, Sharon asked me to talk about mindset. I have to admit, early on in my career, I had a mindset that I could not work my business during the holidays, that everybody was so busy they didn't want to talk to me about health, which isn't true. 12 months out of the year, I want to be healthy, and I'm sure everybody else does too. So if you think you can work your business during the holidays, you can. If you don't think you can, you can't. So, you know, I've been involved for almost 13 years now, and I've had some of my biggest months in December. So the money is flowing. People are in a buying mood. So let's let them buy. Let's let them buy into our products and into our mission. So the big thing mindset-wise I want you to keep in mind is, and somebody can unmute and finish this sentence, relationships aren't something, relationships are
everything.
Everything, that's right. They're everything. And this is the best time of the year to work on those relationships. So wherever you go, remember that relationship that you have, whether it's somebody you're running into that you hardly ever see, get your phone out. Let's be friends on Facebook. If you don't work it into a Juice Plus conversation, have a happy interchange, and then you can contact them later and say, I'm so glad we exchanged information. You know, I was thinking about you. I think I've got something that you would really like. Okay? So wherever you go, just think, I have a gift to give. Anybody you run into, we have 3 doors they can come in. If you've been doing the Freedom Revolution launch calls, as our team has, and the 90-day game plan was all about Freedom Revolutions, you know there are 3 doors. So let's see. The first door is free resources, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell the story. You know what? Me and my family, we've been partaking in something called the Healthy Living Revolution. Have you heard of it? Oh my gosh, so many free resources. We've gotten cookbooks, we've gotten free workout videos, we've got a children's program with a sticker book, we've got, you know, all these things. Can I hook you up? right? So we can share free resources, get them in a door, any door. What's the second doorway they can come in? Nutritional support, right? Oh, nutritional support. Just because I can see it. So we are taking Healthy back, and we have a variety of ways to do that. They can choose to start getting healthy. You don't have to wait to New Year's to get healthy. They can have healthy snacks on hand, the chews, the snacks. They can replace some meals. So when they go to that party, they've had a shake at least that day, and they can maybe have more fun at their party or whatever. And the Tower Garden, there's lots of nutritional support on the Tower Garden. So people can grow their own green living thing in their living room or their dining room or whatever. And that third door, we know, is the company behind it, or I put Christmas cash or mission. So we have 3 gifts that we can give. So be thinking of that when you are at all of these functions. What gift can you give? Okay. So now we're going to break it down and start talking about the various holidays. Obviously, Halloween is coming up. I have a basket of these beside the door. You should recognize these. And this is what I'm giving out for Halloween. Now, I don't live in town. If I get 2 trick-or-treaters, that's a big deal. So they're going to get a big handful of these. You can also Google healthy Halloween treats, and you can make healthy Halloween treats. The easiest one is to get those little mandarin oranges, and with a black magic marker, draw a jack-o'-lantern face on it. And that's a healthy snack that, most people would love to have. So just have fun with Halloween. And I don't know if anyone else has any other ideas. You can make Power Bites, using the Complete. So those are some things. So let's move on into Thanksgiving, where we're thankful. And I'm going to call on Janae to talk about, first thing we like to do is a customer appreciation event before Thanksgiving, where we get to love on our customers. I know several of you on here do that. So Janae, are you ready to come on and talk about our customer appreciation events?
Yes, I am here. Thanks, Deanne. Your costume's great. So yes, we've done our customer appreciation several years in a row. And last year, it was really fun. We had different stations. So we had a kids craft station where they had color sheets of fruits and vegetables. We had a smoothie station where we had a couple different recipes made up in the blender and people could try those. We had different Power Bites for people to try. And it was just all about food and fun and community. And we had all of our guests share their Juice Plus experience. So it was really great. People were really coming out of their shell and sharing, more than what we actually knew as their rep. I mean, it was really great to hear even about their kiddos. We had kids there, and it was just wonderful. So for our next one, we are having, it's actually next week, can't believe it already. So we're trying to think of a really cute idea to give away to all of our guests who come. And so we're going to be doing salad in a jar. We're going to have these made up. Everybody's going to leave with a healthy meal, and then we're going to give them the next dates of our next salad in a jar. We also picked up a bunch of these at conference. It's the Healthy Living Revolution postcards. Yep. And on the back side, it talks about the free resources Deanna was just talking about. So we want to make sure that all of our customers absolutely know about this resource, even though we might have told them. Some people might have forgotten. So we want to leave them with this. And we also want to send them with a postcard made up that has the dairy-free, gluten-free ranch recipe, because we're not going to put a salad dressing in their salad. They can choose that when they go home, but then they're going to be armored with, here's the healthy recipe that they can make and have that awesome ranch at home. So I'm really excited to see all of our guests that come next week.
Well, thank you, Janae. And also, I forgot to mention, we are shredding in November and December, and this next one is perfect to detox from the Halloween candy and get your body ready for Thanksgiving. I have a lot of people who are interested in that. So this is a great time to be inviting to the shred. And then also, I know several of you do Thanksgiving cards, and last year was the first year that I did that, and it was very, very well received. So, oh, those are so cute. Beth, you were going to talk about Thanksgiving cards, as I think this is something you've done for quite a while.
Yeah, we have done this. Charlene, Jaimai, and I have done this both. We order up in bulk, and like this time we have a beautiful card that looks like this. The words actually say, for you on Thanksgiving, the inside, may you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a happy holiday season, and a healthy, prosperous new year. We found that I did Christmas cards for years when I was younger in the business, and it was overwhelming because lots of work when I'm in the middle of doing Christmas cards for us and all the other things. And I'm thinking about people receiving that along with all their Christmas cards, and it hasn't as much of an impact. And I love the idea of thanking my customer anyway. And I love Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. So I love sharing that gift of thank you to them with a handwritten note in each one of them. And then a lot of times I'll insert something. Last year I printed front to back color copies of the brand new Summary of Research and mention that in my note. You know, your body is thanking you for this gift of Juice Plus. You know what it's doing to your body. This is awesome. So I love sending these out. Sometimes I've sent little gifts inside. People do, sometimes they do a Whole Food gift card, very small amount, or a Starbucks gift card, or just something to say thank you. But just getting a handwritten note is always a gift. People don't get a lot of mail anymore. So the Thanksgiving cards really have turned out to be really very effective, and people very much appreciate them.
Thanks for sharing that, Beth. And I know, Sharon, you do the Thanksgiving cards as well, and I know several of you do. And it is very easy to put something, you can even just put a healthy recipe in there from our Taste of the Shred cookbook or some of the other cookbooks that we have. You can Google Juice Plus smoothie recipe or Power Bite, or you can look on Pinterest. There's probably already a recipe card somebody else has made up that you can just swipe. There are little sticky notes that you can get. These say Juice Plus and got a little thing, and they're like real thin. You could put those in the card. There's one that says Healthy Living Revolution. So there's lots of little things that you could put in there. And it's just saying, and you get first dibs. Who gets a Thanksgiving card, you know? And so you get that most noticed over, like what Beth was saying, Christmas cards, you know, people generally get a lot of those. So I did want to mention, we do have access to all of our cookbooks, Taste of the Shred, the regular Healthy Revolution, and then each of our quarterly cookbooks. So when you go to a potluck, try to make something out of this. And when people say, oh my gosh, this is awesome, can I have the recipe? Yes, guess where I got it from? Hello. And also at Thanksgiving and all these various things, if people are kind of bemoaning their health state, or I know I'm going to put on 5 pounds over Christmas or 10 pounds, say, girlfriend, guy friend, I can hook you up. I've got a plan to go through the holidays as healthfully as possible. And guess what? The biggest shred of the year is coming up in January. That's when you can really put that on. That's the other thing I meant to say. Go ahead with your teammates, with your sideline buddies, and put some things on the calendar for January that you can invite them to. You run into them in November, they're bemoaning their state like, oh my gosh, we are having a healthy living party January the 3rd at my house at 7 o'clock. Can you come? I know you're going to love it. We're all going to get refocused on our health. It doesn't have to be that, but whatever it is that you have on the calendar, have that on the tip of your tongue to invite people to. And again, that is a gift that you are giving them. So before we move into Christmas, let's talk about Black Friday. You may be wanting to get some gifts that you could incorporate. I have a real good luck of incorporating our shake mixes and our bars in with a blender or a travel blender or a, a Ninja little tiny blender or something like that. So you can get really good deals on things like household appliances, you know, something healthy. Maybe somebody wants an Instapot and you can put a cookbook in with that. You know, you have shaker bottles, all those kinds of things. Or maybe you could do a package all around a Fitbit and you can get a great deal on Black Friday. So what health type of things can you get a great deal on that you can package together and give as a gift? I've been asked to give a donation to a group, and that's going to be my donation, as I'm going to get a blender. I'm going to put all this other Juice Plus stuff in there with it, with my contact information. That's going to be my giveaway. So just be thinking about that, or your needs through the year. If you do giveaways and stuff, Black Friday is a good time. So let's move on to Christmas and gift giving. So Sharon, you shared a really interesting story about a great gift that I think one of your customers gave.
Well, no, actually, I got a distributor as a result of a parent gifting her child with Juice Plus. This has been probably 7 or 8, 9 years ago. One of our distributors, she's a sales coordinator, has plenty of orders on her business. Some of you may know her, Dollar to Freeze. She's here in Nashville, and she became a rep. Her father gifted her with Juice Plus. He lives in Texas. She lives here, and it so intrigued her. She wanted to know more, and she was directed to me. So that's how I came to know Darla. And then also, and she has loved Juice Plus and still recommends it. And also, I thought of another situation of a friend of mine. So his wife so loved my tower garden that he gave her one for Christmas, and that resulted in them becoming reps. And they got 2 more tower gardens before it was over with. Their daughter's on Juice Plus, their son's on Juice Plus. They've got 3 or 4 friends on Juice Plus now. And it was just out of a gift giving mode. So I think we have an excellent opportunity to suggest to our customers, if you're looking for a good gift for that hard to buy friend or family, Juice Plus makes a difference, and it is an easy gift to give. The shakes, everything. So we need to be on top of that, because I can see that can grow our businesses in a great way.
And also the tower garden, think about those gifts where you're going together collaboratively, like all the kids are going to get mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. If you have somebody in your life who used to be a great gardener and loved it, but physically can't do that or, you know, manage that, you know, having the family put together a tower garden and get it rolling and everything is a great gift. Now, I will tell you though, I made a big mistake, and I don't want you to make this. I had gotten a new customer somewhere along the line of August, September, and I had talked to her about the tower garden. She was really, really excited. So each time I did my customer care, she brought it up. So it was obviously on her mind. And so lo and behold, on my virtual office, she had ordered a tower garden. So the next time I called her, I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you got the tower garden." And she said, "What?" Oh. So she'd been talking it up to her husband, who went on my website and purchased it for her as a surprise. And I ruined that. So, but she's still loving her tower garden today. And I said, "Well, you've got to just act surprised." So don't ruin it if somebody has ordered that. So gift giving, our products are perfect for gift giving. You can do Christmas cards if you want to, if you don't feel like you're together enough to do Thanksgiving. Now, think about the fun events that you can build around that. Now, some of it can be online, and you can have a lot of fun. Remember, I think a lot of you got involved, and it wasn't even on our team. Somebody somewhere in Juice Plus land did a great big Facebook group or event called Crocktober. And everybody liked the crock pot recipes and all of that. So I'm talking about that kind of thing. You could do 12 days of smoothies. And we're going to give out smoothie recipes, and they're all going to be related, you know, like there's going to be peppermint smoothie, and there's going to be, you know, whatever. You know, you can do a shred, but do one with kind of a fun bent on it, you know, and you can be very creative, you know, say yes to the jingle, but no to the jiggle. I mean, you know, whatever you want, you can get fun with that. So you can do some things online, but something that's fun to do in person. I think, Janae, you were going to talk about a different take on a cookie exchange.
Yeah, so we have done this in the past where you make several different recipes using the Complete, and you make Power Bites. So you could have an event where you're inviting everybody over, you as the rep have all the ingredients ready to go, and people can pay like $10 a plate. They come in, everybody has like a station around their table, they have their recipe printed out, and everybody's making it. So you have all these different flavors out on tray, and everybody loads up their plate, and they leave with a full plate of Power Bites cookies. And then they are ready to go. They can go home and eat it themselves, or it really sets them up for, it's already made. And then they can take that plate to a holiday party. They can take some out and give a little plate to a neighbor or somebody else or a teacher or something like that. So there's tons of possibilities. We have so many recipes for the Complete. So, and I love having all the flavor and variety because, I mean, it's great to have many, but you're probably not going to make 5 different recipes in one night by yourself. So it's great with friends to do that.
And again, you're going to be invited to more events. So, you know, make things from our cookbooks and share them. And just remember, every 3 months they come out with a seasonal cookbook, and November 1st they're coming out with the holiday cookbook in Healthy Living Revolution. So that would be a great thing to give to your customers and say, hey, I know you're going to want to make some healthy recipes. Here's a great recipe book that just is hot off the press. So you can gift people with that as well. So, and don't forget, Happy New Year and Happy New You. That's what our team is really working towards. We're really going to be talking about the shred in January. We're going to invite people to be a part of the shred in November and December, but we are putting on the dog in January. We're going to have some live healthy living parties where people are going to taste the stuff before it. We might get together and have a salad in a jar party midstream, like on that Sunday. We're going to have an after party, or we may do something online to have everybody share their stories, and really, because people are so focused on regaining their equilibrium, their health equilibrium after the holidays. So we are really going to be promoting that at every turn in every possible way, because it's good for us, but it's also good for them. Those of you, raise your hand if you have shredded ever, if you've ever done the shred and you felt better on day 10 than you did on day 1. That we can give people an experience in 10 days, and they don't even have to do it perfectly. Wow. So this is a great opportunity to do that. So those are all the ideas that I had brainstormed with some of the other leaders. But I want to open it up to you guys. There may be some other ideas or something that came up to your mind that you think you'd like to share with the group. So I want to open that up if there's any other suggestions out there.
So I have been doing New Year's cards. So I get them ready between Christmas and New Year's when I have a little, more time. And then I send them out right after New Year's. And I kind of tailor it. I put bars in, like sometimes one of each or one of the bars, a single serve of the Complete. I just look at what people may not have been introduced to, or not necessarily introduced, but aren't incorporating yet. So that's something I have been focusing on New Year's.
That is a great idea. And if you don't feel like you can get it together for Thanksgiving or Christmas, you've always got New Year's. And what the heck, if you miss that, do something for Valentine's.
There's always a reason.
There's always a reason. That's great, Sally. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, that was a great idea. Does anyone else have some great ideas? All right. Well, you all just look so serious for being so dressed up. So, Sharon, I'm going to turn it back over to you. That's all I had.
Thank you, Deanne. Thank you for leading us so beautifully and collecting all these great ideas, because, guys, it is about mindset. And I'm just going to invite all of you to right now adopt the mindset that this is going to be the best November and December you've ever had in your business. And I can testify that when you do that, good things happen. So I'm going to encourage you on that. And I just want to remind you that next week is the first Monday of November, and we have a special speaker for our call next week. And I'm so excited that Karen Johnson, who trained on the main stage at conference, will be with us sharing not only her story, but really some tips in building business. So you definitely want to come in, get your team members here, get as many people as possible to come in and listen to Karen. She was very impactful, and we all loved her. And we will not have a freshman call next Monday as we generally have. Just stay tuned for updates on that. So I just want to thank you guys for joining in and joining in on the fun. You know, guys, one of the things I learned in our business, those of us, the teams that laugh together and have fun, and they not always so serious, but they are building community and they're building relationships, and we stick together longer. Those people who laugh together stick together. So keep laughing, keep having fun. Let's build some phenomenal events here for the next couple of months and just make a difference in our communities. So have a super night, everybody, and a happy Halloween. Good night. Good night, everybody. Love you.
Thank you.
It's great. Great stuff.
Thank you.
You.
Thanks, Sharon.